Apple's new M5 Ultra Mac Studio and M5 Pro Mac Mini are coming sooner than you think, and they're going to completely destroy both ranges of the Windows PC market. So let's jump into 7 brand new updates. Update number 1 is the most important, and that's the fact that Apple has done something they have never done before, and they're now not even letting you buy multiple different configurations of both the Mac Mini and the Mac Studio. If you try to order a custom configuration of the Mac Studio with over 96 gigs of memory, it literally says unavailable. It's grayed out. You can't order it. And even with the M4 Pro Mac Mini with 64 gigs of RAM, you cannot buy that one either. And this means that the new M5 series Mac Mini and Mac Studio models are coming very, very soon, potentially as soon as early next month if Apple decides to drop them ASAP, but they are 100% coming by June at their WWDC event. Now for update number 2, I've got to talk about the performance numbers, starting with the M5 Pro Mac Mini. As you can see, we now have record-breaking single-core performance faster than anything else out there, and the multi-core is insanely fast. Even the base 15-core M5 Pro is scoring as high as the previous M4 Max, and the best news is that with the M5 Pro chip, you can now upgrade it to the same 18-core CPU that you get in the best M5 Max, which is absolutely crazy to have this much CPU performance in this tiny little Mac Mini chassis. And as for graphics, we still have the same up to 20-core GPU, but we're getting 23% faster graphics performance, which is awesome. And now for update number 3, let's get into the Mac Studio with the M5 Max and M5 Ultra. First of all, the M5 Max chip has been an absolute monster in our MacBook Pro testing. It's so much faster than the previous version in many different ways, and I actually compared it to the new Razer Blade 16, and it destroyed it in every single way, as well as having the world's fastest RTX 5090 GPU. And of course, while the 5090 won in terms of gaming, AI performance, and quick Blender renders, it actually won in the very complex Swamp render for the first time ever. I can't believe the M5 Max actually won. And the awesome advantage of the M5 Max is that you have unified memory, which the 5090 cannot compete with, since the laptop version is limited to 24 gigs of VRAM and the desktop's limited to 32, while the M5 Max can go up to 128 gigs of unified memory. But just wait until I show you my estimates for the M5 Ultra in just a minute. But first, you've got to check out the world's first 8K 360 drone, the new A1 drone from our sponsor Antigravity, incubated by Insta360, which is the world's first drone to record 8K 360 video, so all you have to worry about is flying around using the incredibly fun POV goggles while the A1 records literally everything, allowing you to frame the video angle in post so you'll never miss that perfect moment, and it's got auto tracking and framing features as well. And a brand new spring update is coming soon, bringing a new third-party view option to the virtual cockpit feature, as well as a voice assistant which automates tasks like taking off, switching modes, and returning the drone back home. It's regulation friendly, so you can fly without a license in most places due to the 249-gram weight, and it now supports omnidirectional obstacle avoidance and obstacle bypass, which are extremely handy features just in case you're not paying attention. So order the Antigravity A1 today and get up to 20% off or $400 off using the link below, which will also get you a free anti-gravity landing pad. And now for update number 4, let's get into my estimates for the M5 Ultra performance, which is absolutely insane. First of all, the single core is going to be even faster, like 4,400 points. Nothing else in the world can compete. And then the multi-core, I'm expecting close to 35,000, thanks to Apple getting rid of those wasteful efficiency cores and now having super cores and new mid-performance cores. And then as for the graphics performance, I previously estimated that it would beat beat the 5090 desktop GPU, but that was my hope of it getting a bigger 96-core GPU. Well, it turns out that the M5 Max is only a 40-core, so the M5 Ultra is gonna be an 80-core, and because of that, it's not quite gonna be as fast as the desktop RTX 5090. And for update number 5, we've gotta talk about AI, because these new M5 series chips got a massive improvement in terms of AI performance, with Apple building in dedicated MLX AI accelerators. So the difference we're seeing in terms of AI performance is absolutely bonkers. Right now, basically every company is building AI software for the Mac first, according to Max Weinbach, who specializes in AI. Like recently we got the Gemini app for Mac. We also just got Codex. And why is that happening? Well, because Apple Silicon is the ultimate chip system for AI for 3 different reasons. Number 1 is the unified memory architecture, which it can automatically be utilized for either system RAM or GPU VRAM on the fly up to massive amounts. I mean, up to 512 gigs on the M5 Ultra. Number 2 is the very fast GPU performance. And number 3 is the fastest CPU performance you can get in the world. And CPU performance is actually becoming more and more useful for certain types of AI workloads like pre-fill performance, leaving the GPU to do other sides of AI work. So Apple Silicon Macs basically have the best of all 3 pieces of the puzzle, as well as having a very reliable and capable OS for AI work. And that is why Apple Silicon Macs like the Mac Mini and Mac Studio are selling so well for AI work. Now for number 6, we have insanely fast SSDs that got a huge boost and nobody expected it, including myself. The M5 Max now gets over 16,000 write speed, which is absolutely bonkers on the 2TB SSD, destroying everything in its price range thanks to Apple giving it PCI Express 5.0 SSDs. Even the M5 Pro now comes with that insane SSD with over 14,000 read and write, essentially being twice as fast as every other laptop competitor in its price range. And yes, those SSDs are going into the Mac Mini and the Mac Studio for killer prices. And finally, for number 7, we have pricing, and the good news is the prices of these Mac Minis and Mac Studios are barely going to go up, just by about $200 for most of the configurations. So Apple, just like they did with the MacBooks, they're gonna remove the old base storage model and make you upgrade to a higher end. So the base Mac Mini, instead of $256, you've gotta get $512, which is a $200 price increase. And then going up to these higher end models, you're gonna have to go up to a 1TB for the M5 Max, and then a 2TB if you're going with the M5 Ultra, so $4,400, so small price increases. But while everybody else in the PC world is raising prices like crazy, like Microsoft that just raised all of the prices for their full lineup by a lot, and basically every other laptop and PC maker, Apple is gonna keep prices the same, only increasing prices by the larger storage upgrades, and that's it. So these are gonna be a very good value. So now with all of those 7 updates out of the way, I've gotta say that the Mac Mini and the Mac Studio, these are gonna be AI beasts in terms of the new AI performance enhancements. And not only that, but the Mac Mini is still gonna be such a great value, basically the best value desktop PC you can buy, cheaper than what you could do with building your own DIY PC right now because of that crazy memory price increase. So with that said, which one are you actually planning to get? Let me know down in the comment section below and subscribe above for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.